Witcher here. This is my first commentary video actually, so please be reasonable and give me nice comments. Right, today this video is going to be about my tanking build, because I actually received email from one of my YouTuber subscribers. His name is LionGamer50, shout out to him, go check out his channel. He does, well, he has 3 videos up at the moment, but you should really check him out and say hi from me. So, he actually started playing Elder Scrolls Online for the first time in forever, and he sent me an email saying, Witcher, please give me a good tanking build because, well, there's none on the internet. So I was like, okay, why not? So here it is. I will be going through my skill bar and all the armor I wear and why. Don't forget to take this with a pinch of salt, because I wouldn't use this skill guide if you're above level 20, because you tend to outlevel your armor pretty quickly, and so this will be useless for you. You'll level up pretty much fast until level 20, then you hit that grind barrier, as you would say. Okay, so first you're actually going to go over the skill setup that I use. Bear in mind you can actually change this to your liking. The first skill that I use is Pierce Armor. Well, why do I use that? As a tank, you should actually taunt the enemy, and this is an excellent skill which taunts the enemy for 15 seconds, gives you spell resistance, and reduces the target's armor as well, so that's pretty good. The second skill I use, this is mainly for PvP, but you can use this for PvE as well, is Invasion. This is the one-handed shield skill line as well. This is basically like a stun duration. It knocks the enemy back for 3 seconds, and it deals 2,452 physical damage. This is actually good because, well, in PvE, the enemies don't know how to stand up, so you can basically pop this on, and they'll be just lying there for 3 seconds, and you'll be hacking and slashing at them, and they won't do anything. What you can do is you can actually exchange this from Cinderstorm. This actually reduces the enemy's movement by 70% for 2.5 seconds if they leave the area, and it deals 155 damage every 0.5 seconds, so that's pretty useful as well. Now for your main kind of defensive ability, I use Hardened Armor. I use Hardened Armor because it returns damage and it grants you a shield, so that's pretty nice. When it's pretty significant duration of 20 seconds, and it absorbs 10% of your max health in damage, so the more health you have, the more kind of damage it absorbs. Now, the most important skill you will ever use and need as a tank is Green Dragon's Blood. This is your bread and butter for survivability. It heals you for 33% of your missing health. The lower health you have, the more it actually heals you. And it also increases your health and stamina recovery for 20% for 23 seconds. So that's actually quite a lifesaver in many situations. Now the last skill I use is Choking Talons. I use this with Standard of Might because I pop Standard of Might on and then Choking Talons. It deals magic damage, immobilizes, and it reduces the target's damage by 50%. So that's pretty useful, and then you can basically get your DPS to spam an AoE, and it pretty much is a instant death for most trash mobs. Now we're actually going to our two-handed weapon skill line. Now you ask, why two-handed? Well, tanks have very low DPS ratings. They actually have the lowest of the low, and well, this kind of helps you with that. For PvP, I would use Critical Rush because it's a quite nice gap closer really if you have an enemy far away and you just want to quickly run up to them, and it deals up to 60% more bonus damage the further you are from them, so that's pretty good. I also use Fire Breath, which is a nice ability, morphed into Burning Breath, which basically is like an AoE damage thing that deals fire damage and reduces enemies' physical resistance, so that's pretty handy as well. I also tend to use Forward Momentum because it heals you every 2 seconds for 456, and this will increase your weapon brutality rating, so that's pretty useful for sending down enemies pretty quick. I would always use this before fights because it's just a really nice damage booster really. Then I use Wrecking Blow, which is Uppercut morphed. Why I use Wrecking Blow is because it basically increases your next attack by 20% for 5 seconds, so that's really useful when just you need that extra damage and you're very close. You just pop this and for 5 seconds your next damage attack will be 20% stronger. And the last one I use is Executioner, which is basically like a quick damage dealing ability. It doesn't use that much stamina. It uses only, well, 2000 stamina at VR16, so that's not a lot. Obviously it scales down if you're lower level, but it's kind of like a finisher really. I usually do pop, Critical Rush, then Executioner, then just spam Wrecking Executioner all the time until they're basically dead. Now on this I use my Wealth. This is actually one of the must-haves for a tank. It passively increases your stamina and stamina regeneration while this ability is active. You must have it on the bar to actually work. So I have 761 and I have 662 on my sword and shield because I don't have the ability slot. But it's actually a really nice addition. It also gives the fear in PvP, so that's quite nice as well. Now for the armor. Bear in mind that I am VR16, so take this with a pinch of salt. I would try to get the Histbark set. This is a 5-piece and it gives you a 20% dodge chance rating while blocking, so that's that's really useful in tight situations where you need to get away but you are low on stamina and you can't afford to block. So that's really useful. Another 2-piece set, this is of course when you reach veteran level, is the Bloodsworn set, which increases your physical resistance. It basically procs every so often, it depends on a percentage, and that gives you a huge massive amount of physical resistance, and this is a must-have for a tank. A tank can't survive without this, especially at low VR level, or any VR level for that matter. What you can do after you've reached VR16, if you have the Imperial City DLC, is to get the Black Rose set and the Reactive Girdle set. 2-piece for the Reactive Girdle and 5-piece for the Black Rose. And why I think this is a very good set is because of the increase in health and stamina, and there is a 50% ability to increase your weapon and spell damage by 147, so again that kind of helps with most of the skills that you have on your ability bar, and it's just a nice little addition to get an increase in DPS for a couple of seconds. For sword and shield I used the agility set. just because of the 1.4k maximum stamina and two-handed sword agility as well. It's just a nice addition, really. It adds a pretty significant amount of stamina, and that 1400 can be the difference between life and death in PvP and PvE. So, what if you don't have the Imperial City DLC? What then? You could stay with Black, with the Histbark set. It's fine. It's very, very good. And you can just use the Bloodspawn 2 set piece for that as well, and that will basically get you sorted out for Veteran rank 16. In terms of attribute points, I'm not going to go through that much. I mean, I am an Imperial, so it will differentiate between different races. I mean, the Imperial passives, it's 10% more health by 12%. Yes, 12% more health. So that will differentiate between different races. So I'm not going to say you need this much health and this much stamina. What I would say is try to gear up for 24k stamina minimum and then put the rest into stamina. So 24k health and the rest into stamina. That should be fine, and then you can just eat food and that should pop you up to 30%. I use this is one of the best foods for tanks, and overall, as you see, it's got a 5k increase in stamina and a 4k increase, 5k increase in health and a 4k increase in stamina. Sorry about that. So yes, if you need any advice whatsoever about this build, or you need help, feel free to contact me and I will see what I can do for you. I'll try to help everybody out in any way I can, and I hope this video was not too boring and informative. I tend to be very informative but very boring at the same time, but I hope that's okay for you guys and that you've learnt something, and well, they will become hopefully better tanks in the future. What I will be doing in the next video is hopefully the new DLC, which is Orsinium. I'll be going through that, giving you my thoughts and opinions about it when it launches, and hopefully be doing some more builds in the future and some veteran pledges, which will be VR16 veteran pledges. Be doing commentaries on that as well, show you how easy it is to beat every boss in the game. So I'll talk to you later, guys. I'll try to upload another video as soon as possible, probably a pledge video, maybe got gold, silver, and stay tuned for the DLC Orsinium. I will be definitely doing commentaries on that, showing you my thoughts and feelings. So yeah, guys, thanks for all the subscribers I have. It really means a lot to me. I would love if this video got 3 likes, or even 2 for that matter, and I would be really, really happy about that. So this has been a guide on how to tank. I'm The Witcher, signing out. Take care, guys. Peace.